Hi, this is Soul Gazer. Today I'll be showing you this, my new pickup from StockX. So you can see season 6. It's my first time having a Yeezy season sneaker or boots. Here you go. Made in China. The retail is $2.95. So this is the fabric here. So it's my first time buying a Yeezy season sneaker. But because I didn't want to pay retail, I bid on StockX and I got it for $2.45, so $50 below retail. And what's this? $50 below retail, and I live in California, and we got 8.5 sales tax, so I didn't have to pay for that, just $2.45 flat. And I think I had a free shipping on this order. So they have a care guide, shows how to take care. Probably need to read this later on, but it comes in a nice pouch. Nice. Dust bag. It's the same fabric, I think, as the box. Ooh. Yep, same thing. Then let's see. Probably just a tissue. I'm not sure if this is the original way of packing this thing. That comes in a plastic bag. Here it is. Let's see if it's worn. Probably not. Maybe tried on. A little dusty, but not that big a deal. And here's the StockX. And let's see this side. Yep. I don't think there's anything else in here besides the tissues. So let me just clean it up and let's take a look at it together. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So it's pretty heavy, but it's a boot, so I guess it's supposed to be durable and heavy. So this midsole also is pretty heavy here. The upper is pretty thick. It's pretty thick, but not that much cushion. I think Penny 2 has more cushion, the OG ones. So mesh here, suede, really thick lace, rope lace. Suede. Has a contrast stitch, has a lighter gray along all the stitch, so it's more decorative. It's stitched pretty well. If I were to be really picky, I think this line should be a little more straight. until the edge, just like this side, but I'm just nitpicking. Has a 3M strip right here. Then pull tab here, and thick tongue to the lining. This is a suede as well. Not sure what it is, but it's a leather lining. Then the opening has this elastic right here on both sides. So I think even if you don't lace them tightly, it'll be fine because of this. Kind of like the up-tempos where they have the rubber or elastics. So the Mudguard right here has a horizontal line, goes this way. That's how the grain goes, and that's how it is throughout the whole length. Same thing, horizontal line. And this part, the midsole, has a little different texture. Has a different texture to it. And then the outsole also has different texture to it too. The midsole has the most shine to it. You can see. And then the outsole is similar to the midsole, but it's even finer. And then also the surface texture. So this one is matte, the outsole is matte, but the midsole right here is a little bit more shinier. Has a little more shine to it right here. Pretty matte, pretty matte. And this part, probably because of all this grain, or it's pretty rough on the hand. You really get caught right here if you touch them. But this one, you could move it smoothly, but it will definitely stop you. And then the outsole is like in between this two. So it's a little bit stiff, or it catches your skin a little bit, but not too much. But this one, it's really catching your skin. It hurts. So I thought maybe this piping right here is 3M, but it's actually not. It's not reflecting anything. Just a regular piping. It's like a rubberish texture. And then you can't see the reflection here on this stripe. That's 3M for sure. And I don't think there's any other 3M. And the outsole, the grooves are pretty thick and they're pretty deep too. Say season 6. And also has a sizing right here. A little bit of groove right here too, like a rib. So let's compare this with another sneaker to see how chunky and how big they are. So first I got Jordan 13 Black Cat. So they are a lot bigger than Jordan 13. Kind of has a similar vibe to it. If you look at front, it's definitely bigger, a little more bulkier, and around here, so the toe area, it's a lot bigger here. Thicker angle, and the cushion is definitely thicker on the Yeezys. It's This one's a little bit thinner. And then here, it's padded nicely on the 13s too. And this part is actually stiff. It's not as soft as the Jordans. It's supported, a little bit heavier here. So if you're gonna sit all day, this part might hurt you. So be careful. And let's compare with another sneaker. So this is Air Force One Mid. So it's almost the same height. Still shorter. About by maybe about an inch shorter. And the shapes are completely different around the toe box. It's a little more square here. It has that angle. But this one is a little bit more smooth. It's has more curve to it. And this is probably not the best comparison, but I think you'll have an idea better. And from the back, that's how it looks. It's a lot thicker on the Yeezy boots. Air Force One, the highs, it's probably about this tall. I don't have them anymore. I used to have them, but I wasn't tall enough to wear that, so I got rid of them. And with my height and also my length of my leg, the mid works a little bit better for me. And my next comparison, I think it's the closest with the chunkiness, is Air Penny 2. It actually has similar toe box area, same type of roundness is the closest. It's definitely not as high. They are definitely shorter, especially around the back side. So have about this much difference in height. But the chunkiness is pretty similar. The width are about the same on the midsole area. The upper part is a little bit more narrow for the penny. I think it looks pretty similar. And the cushion, I think it's also the closest too. About this much and this much. Probably a little thicker on this one, on the Yeezys, but it has a similar feel to it. And then the last pair that I want to compare with is this, the Desert Rat. This is not to compare the thickness. They are similar, but definitely thinner on this one. So, and it's not even a high cut, so it's hard to compare. But I want to compare the design element of it. So if you look at them, so around the lace hole area, all this part looks similar. This one has 2 circles, whereas the boots has 3. But similar idea. Same thing was here. They don't have the extensions, but the way that it shapes are pretty much the same. Panel here is about the same as here, and here too. The 500 actually has this panel here, but they don't have it on these. They both have suede. This one's a little bit softer than these. So the toe box is pretty stiff here. This one is pretty soft. the inner side, pretty much the same here too. About the same. Some details are a little different around the front panel right here. It's not curved the same way, and this one has an extra panel right here. But as far as the concept goes, they're pretty much the same. And also using the mesh too. This one's like a more traditional mesh, but this one on the 500s, they're more like a knitted rather than woven together. So this is a knit. You can see the direction of the knitting. It goes from this way to the other way, or maybe the other way, from left to right, right to left. That's how they're made together. Almost like the jerseys from Nike. But this one, it's more like a, as you can see, they're just weaved together. So I think compared to this one, this Desert Rat, or what they're called, Yeezy 500, this fabric stretches more because this is a knit or knitted mesh, whereas this one is a woven mesh, so it probably won't stretch, and it'll give you more support on these than the 500s. And then the outsole is completely different. I don't think there's a boost in here. No, this is not the one with boost. But yeah, a little different. Pretty simple here. The sole won't move because they're so thick. They're like brick. So after trying them on, a little disappointed, but also expected that this will happen. Was a little disappointed in this part being a little too small because it looked kind of wide. I thought it would fit my toe really well, but the way that it shapes, like right here. So this side, the inner side is fine, but as you go towards the outside, it gets a little bit more shallow. And for me, this is not enough space for my toes to wiggle, because this part is so stiff, and being shallow here won't allow me to move my toe much. I can move a little bit, but it's not enough, especially after wearing Ultra Boost. And I think I'm too used to having a soft upper. Having something stiff like this, my feet can't handle it anymore. And also the heel area, when I walk, so I come down like this, it forces my feet to go down really fast, a little faster than what I want it to be. So it's a little uncomfortable, and I want a little more softer landing. It'll be too loud walking on the street too, or walking in the office, making a big sound. And also when I lift my feet up, the heel part doesn't come up together with my heel, so it's delayed a little bit. So when I put my feet up, my feet goes up, but the heel of the shoes is still down. And this happens to some of my other sneakers. I have a wide feet, so I tend to buy a sneaker that are bigger than my true size. And this happens, but because of this weight, because it's so heavy, I feel like it's dragged back behind even more. Upper part, It does have support. It's pretty stiff, but it's hard to move your ankle. Especially this inside part is not that soft, so it's really pushing into your skin. I probably just need a couple more tries and just have to get used to the sneaker. It's a little heavy and a little bit uncomfortable for now. But other than that, I do like this design. I do like this quality. I'm not sure when I will wear them because I have nothing to match with this boot now. I'm looking for shorts that'll go well with these. Fear of God PacSun collab. They had it something around $100, $120 maybe. And that's a little cheaper than that 200 something shorts. So I might go with that. And I'll also look into H&M. They'll probably have something that'll work out with this. Anyways, that's it for today. Let me know how you feel about these boots. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well as liking the video. See you next time.